DJI Air 3 update, end of June release. Got that coming up next. Bill the Drone Reviewer here. If you like the content of this video or anything on my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. With that, let's begin. The other night, I hosted Rotor Talk Live and was joined by Mr. Marcus Crawford and Mr. Ron Braun. We spent the better part of the evening discussing all the latest regarding the DJI Air 3. So without any further ado, let's roll that clip in its entirety. We're gonna talk about something that's very pleasant, okay? And you know, there's a lot going on. I mean, it seems like every day there's some new information coming out.
Well, it was quiet for about a week or so, Bill, but the floodgates opened last night.
Yeah, and
I was quiet in the Western Front for a while.
Yeah, and it was like, okay, so what's going on here? And the next thing we know, boom, we get some more information today. And let me go ahead and share my screen here. A new DJI leak suggests late June, early July Air 3 drone release. Okay, in online leakers, you see today DJI Air 3 Fly More Combo, DJI RCN2, item number CP today, and then add to compare. That was from a search. And then you can see down here there was a picture of a box. New product will be released on June 28th. What do you think it will be? Okay. Mm-hmm. And you know, you can see the picture here, and it really kind of leaves a little bit to the imagination on what it could be. Now, you know, when you start to see, and when we've talked about this before, when you start to see things and more things come out each day or every couple of days, you know, it's going to be imminent. And I think, notwithstanding, you know, talking about the banning of drones and whatever, you know, for some reason DJI is pushing this, and they want to push this to get this out. And I think that's a good date. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know. Silver Surfer just threw a monkey wrench in us here. He's got a comment right down there, Bill.
What if it's a Pocket 3, Bill?
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a real good one.
Yeah.
Well, now, excuse me, you know, we don't get that information from the FCC filing because DJI is now holding that to like the day of the release.
Those dirty dogs.
That early peek at it, kind of a thing. So, you know, I think it's coming. I think it'll be here. I think it will be probably late June. I don't know if that, you know, we'll find out more. But you know, one of the things that's really interesting about all this is you can tell now, you know, we have different leakers now. All right. We used to have Deals Drone, and used to have Osita. Okay, we saw a lot from him.
And Jasper Ellens.
And Jasper Ellens, that was the name I was looking for as well too. You know, and then all of a sudden it's this Igor, and you know, it seems to be where a lot of these leaks are coming from. You know, especially
Igor.
Yeah, it could be Igor too.
Igor.
It could be Igor. That's true.
Young Frankenstein. I can't help it.
Yeah.
Young Frankenstein will play right after this show's over.
Yeah.
With both leakers boasting evidence-backed prediction rates too solid to shrug off, fans of DJI are well advised to keep their gazes fixed on those Twitter accounts for new tips on the drone. As a hedge, they should also eyeball the company's official feed to see if the planned Air 3 rollout is slated for next week, the early July date previously rumored, or sometime later, just to keep rumor hounds on their toes. When I talked about DJI's store sale, summer sale, or whatever they're calling it,
storefront sale or whatever,
their storefront sale, the Air 2S is still on sale. It's still 20% off.
Okay,
so you know that's a really strong indication that this is coming, and it's I would say imminent.
Hey, Bill, let me say this, and I think I can speak for Ron as well. You know, if it's the Air 3 or the Pocket 3, either one, I'm looking forward to both of them. So I'll be a happy camper.
Hey, how about them both coming out that day?
Yeah, there you go.
I don't think that.
Back to what Marcus said, the Air 3 and Pocket 3 for the average, kind of person that watches our show, as the drone nerds, drone hobbyists, whatever, drone enthusiasts, these are the two products that were mostly we're look forward to at the beginning of the year. I mean, DJI released other drones. Sure, the Mini 2 SE is great for beginners, and the Mavic 3 Pro is great for people who have a lot of money to spend in consumer drone. But people were looking for these more consumer price products. We've heard a rumor of $1099 for the Air 3. We don't know any price in the Pocket 3, but these are the products most of my people that reached out to me were looking forward to this year. And now they finally look like maybe at least one of these products is coming to fruition.
Well, the other thing is, and I've seen this on forums and not a lot has been published about this, but several sources have indicated that 3 months after the release of the DJI Air 3, there will be an Air 3S. Okay.
I've heard the same thing, 3 months, 6 months, or whatever. So,
Yeah.
Bill, I'm glad you brought that up. So would a wise man sit back, watch this get released, keep his credit card in his pocket for a few months?
I would. I mean, I'm not saying what I'm going to do. I mean, I'm kind of limited with what I can do right now.
Right. Right.
So maybe, that bodes a little well for me, is just sitting back and watching and taking a look at things and seeing what transpires here. But I think it's going to happen later. I think it will be like 3 or 4 months after the release of the Air 3.
Wow.
We'll see it.
Wow.
Would a wiser man buy both?
If the wiser man had the money, yeah. Break that piggy bank open, because that's the only way that's going to happen.
Yeah. Can you imagine, Marcus, it'd be the first time you buy a drone and then you have to sell it after 3 months to get the next one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
you can advertise it. You can advertise it low miles.
Low miles. Yeah.
That's very low miles.
Like new.
Yeah.
Like
practically showroom miles only, or
Hey, so we're on the subject. You remember how excited we were about the Air 2, and yeah, we all flew it, but it was like probably a year later, wasn't it? Before the
almost a day. Like you barely had your Air 2 broken in, and the Air 2S is coming out.
Yeah, but it was like a year later, though.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, only a year. Yeah, maybe a month less than a year or something. It was quick.
So Bill, I guess I'm questioning if those rumors are valid or not, because why would they wait 3 months and then come out with another?
Mazda just released them both at the same time. Yeah.
It just doesn't because even the Mavic 3, we didn't see the Classic until the Mavic 3 was out for over a year.
Yeah.
And then the Mavic 3 Pro. I'm trying to think. Well, actually, same goes true for the Mini 3 Pro. Mini 3 Pro, and there was probably at least a year later when we saw the Mavic 3 Standard, right?
No, that came out by the holidays of that year. The Pro came out because the Pro is only a little over a year old. The standard Mavic 3 came out in remember we kept waiting for. I think it came out early December. Is that Bill? Is that your recollection?
I think you're right.
It was rumored to come out as early as September or October, but it kept not coming out, and appeared, I think, in early December.
Ron, I'm going to tell you here in just a second. Let me go
fact check me like they do the politicians.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you how I can tell
going here.
Ron, I can go back and look at my orders and tell you. So I bought the Mavic 3 Pro in May of 2022. You're absolutely right, Ron. And then the Mini 3 Pro. I
Mini 3. Sorry, but
I misspoke there.
Yeah.
Ron, you are spot on. You've got a good memory. I got that in May of 2022. I bought the Mini 3 in December.
Marcus, my memory's not that great. It's only 7 months ago.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that you got it right.
I got a 7-month memory on me. Beyond that, I'm no good. But
so the Pro was out for 7 months before the Standard came out.
So what your point you're making is this rumor is possible, but actually this is a difference. So that was a downgrade. That where this is the other way around. This is the better models coming out 6 months later, not a down. I mean, the Mini 3 Standard made sense because the Mini 3 Pro is priced a little bit above what a lot of Mini 2 owners are willing to pay. It was just a little, it's like almost double the price. Where they needed a Mini 3 to get those people to jump off the fence, the Mini 2 owners, and I mean maybe it has to a degree.
Let me throw this at you, Ron. So and Bill. So let's say if it's just the opposite, Ron, whatever they're calling the 3S or whatever. What if it's like the 3 Classic? In other words, it's just like they did with the Mavic 3. This first one's coming out with 2 cameras, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, and the later one only has 1 camera.
Right.
Well, how about that, Bill?
That's a possibility. But also think about this, okay? Let's say DJI just decides to skip the Air 3 period, and we get an Air 3S come out in late June, early July.
Ooh, that's a possibility too.
I mean, and then do like what Marcus said, and then they'll come out with like a standard Air 3, maybe around Christmas time or something like that, at a lower price point to get people in. It's just, I mean, I'm just spitballing here.
You want me to really throw a monkey wrench in it, Bill?
Go for it.
Yeah.
What? Seriously. So it's been over a year since we've seen the Mini 3 Pro, Mini 4. I mean, the minis, they turn the minis pretty quick, right?
Yeah,
because it's a real winner for them. They get a lot of the sales from it.
Yeah. Well, probably a lot that would indicate, Marcus, if they see the Mini 3 Pro and Mini 3, both of them, if they see their sales slowing down a little bit, they may consider that. But they're still churning them out. I mean, they're still mass produce them, and that hasn't slowed down all those. So, well, why upgrade? We're still selling tons of units of these Mini 3s.
Well, hell, Ron, it just hit Costco, the Mini 3.
That's the mean. Well, that's mean. A lot of units moving. And the Mini 3 did get the Play Mini 3 got that price reduction down to what $469 really up. Then it was on sale. I never saw the sale, but supposedly it was down like $380 if you just wanted to buy the drone for a while. But I think that went back up again. So anyhow, we got way off the subject here. But Bill, what we've heard some rumors on the Air 3, but what are some of the features you're looking most in determining whether you're going to be buying an Air 3 or not?
Okay, one of the things is obstacle avoidance, like a 360 obstacle avoidance on this drone. Okay, that it's going to have a true 360 obstacle avoidance, not front, back, top, bottom, but it's also going to have sides as well too. It will be have full obstacle avoidance on it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm looking for more runtime on this compared to the Air 2S, Air 2 series of frame. And I'm hoping that it won't be too much bigger than the Air 2S in terms of its size. I think because I know, and I think both of you guys will agree, transporting this drone and carrying this drone if you're traveling, and I know Marcus, that's what he did when he went down to the meetup, is he took his Air 2S simply because of the fact that that's an easily portable drone. And it's, and I'm going to say this, as much as I love my Mini 3 Pro, okay, going to a drone meetup, I want to take an Air 2S instead, okay?
Because you can always catch some wind at Florida by the water and stuff.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
My turn?
Go for it.
So I'm saying, like everybody else, right? I love that Air 2S so much. It before the Mavic 3 came out, it was my all-time favorite drone. Run flight time, right? We all wish it had a little better flight
Formerly
time.
The best drone you've ever owned.
It was formerly the best drone that I've ever owned. And like Bill said, hey, maybe better OA, those kind of things. Those are all just details to me. So one of the things that I suspect it could have is
DJI calling right now.
Yeah, it's my older brother. So one of the things that RCN2 controller, and Ron and I had a discussion about this earlier today. I just wonder if the difference between the RCN1 and the RCN2 is a telemetry window on the controller. What do you think?
Bringing back the old from
I love that
Pro controller.
Yeah,
I would do cartwheels for that, and I've said that. That was one of the things I loved about the Mavic 2 was having that telemetry on the controller. That was the bomb.
But one of the rumors out there is this will have OcuSync 4, and of course we'll need a new controller to take advantage of the
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah.
I don't know about that because that's DJI would have to retool their whole way, come out with a new DJI RC Pro 2 or something like that to be able to handle OcuSync 4, or maybe it can be upgraded. I don't know. Maybe it could be updated
That's
via
a good
firmware
question,
update.
Bill. Will the Air 3 be compatible with all the current controllers?
I think so.
Or
I don't
only
think they're
the
going to come
two
out with
R
OcuSync
and
4.
2?
I think they're going to save OcuSync 4 for something like a Mavic 4, which is way down the road.
Hey, Bill.
Bill, when the Air 2S came out, it had whatever OcuSync it had. It was the most advanced one when it came out over even the drones that were more expensive.
Bill, I don't mean to interrupt here, but you've got some doctor's orders in the chat there.
Understood, Dr. Ted. Understood. Not a problem. Okay. Trust me, not a problem on this. Okay. Oh my gosh. The stories I can tell from only using one hand. Anyway, that's a good question as far as OcuSync is concerned. That's a very valid point you bring up, Ron, because and you brought up an excellent point about the Air 2S. I mean, it was a brand new OcuSync that came out with that. So who knows as far as OcuSync is concerned.
Yeah, I mean, they're smart, Bill. What they do is, they give people that say, "Well, I already got a Mavic 3. I don't need this." But then they get, yeah, but this has a better transmission system. You'll be able to go further and have better signal penetration, whatever. You need this too, or whatever, So
they dangle that carrot in front of you.
Hook them in, Bill.
They dangle that carrot in front of you and reel you in. That's exactly what happens.
Well, there'll be some kind of feature that we don't even know what it is yet, but when we see it, we'll just have to have it.
Yeah.
And part of that could be the OcuSync, 4 or 2 along with something else. Hey, Bill, quick question about the release of this drone, which is, if the 28th is true, Bill, that's a day after the next show.
Yeah.
So, this 28th, is this, we always get the ball always moves on us every release, Bill. Will the 28th be the day that maybe we get the email from DJI saying the drone is going to come out? Or will that be the day that, okay, they announced the drone, but it won't be shipping for a couple of weeks? Or will that be the day, the 28th, where you could drive right down to Best Buy and pick the drone up at the counter?
I think it will be. The second thing that you said is the day, at 9 a.m. It'll be out there, maybe 8:45. Go out to the website, buy it, but it's not actually going to be either in the brick and mortar stores or actually shipped for maybe about a week after that.
Bill, my recollection of the Mini 3 Pro release, and I talked about Marcus to test my memory here. I thought, the day it came out, you could pre-order, whatever you want to say. And I think it took about 2 weeks for it to get here.
It wasn't long. Yeah.
Was that your recollection, Bill, about 2 weeks?
Yeah, it wasn't. Marcus is right. It wasn't long.
But the bad thing is they didn't give us a date. Remember, we're used to getting that within 24 hours of ordering. We were used to getting that tracking number and that date, and they did not do that. I mean, we were kind of in the dark for a week or so on that.
The best delivery or supply chain, whatever you want to call it, from DJI fulfillment, I guess you would say the best fulfillment that DJI has done was the Mavic 2, bar none. That got introduced. I ordered it. I had it in about 2 days.
I agree 100%. They learned a very valuable lesson from the original Mavic Pro. Okay, because it came out in October, and then in 2016, and most people didn't get them till like December or January.
That was like a Hubsan release, Bill.
It was horrible. Okay. So they got themselves together. And when the release came out, now the only glitch I had with the Mavic 2 Pro, which was real interesting, was it was funny. We're at the release of the Mavic 2 Pro. All right. And up front, and I'm looking, and I still laugh about it to this day. Valerie's asking me, Dobo's up there, Billy's up there, Rick Smith is up there. I mean, you name it. Everybody. Their heads are down, and she goes, "What are they doing?" I said, "They're ordering their drones right now." Okay. Well, what was interesting was DJI was blocking pretty much all payment methods. All right. And you had to resubmit it like 3 or 4 times before the order would go through. But once it got through, it's like, okay, It was like no later than 2 or 3 days after we got back from the event that drone was sitting on my front porch.
Wow.
It was fast.
Wow.
It was the fastest delivery of a drone I've had since I've gotten DJI drones. No questions asked.
What was
They
the most
handled it well.
frustrating delivery from DJI?
I'm gonna go back to this one. I ordered a Spark, okay, and it for some reason FedEx got screwed up, and it was waylaid at least 3 or 4 days, and I was livid with FedEx. It was FedEx's problem. It wasn't DJI's problem. I was livid with them.
My Spark showed up right on cue. I had my Spark before most people.
But Ron, I bet Ron remembers this. Ron, remember the Mini 2?
Yeah.
I was, and I'm not saying it was right. I'm thinking I was probably the one that was a little bit too anxious. But
you had a couple Mini 2s coming your way.
I did. I ended up ordering one on Amazon and from DJI, and it was that old deal, Ron, where they weren't giving us a ship date, and so you were just trying to guess. But
yeah. Oh, I went to Best Buy the day before, like on Sunday. I think it was Monday. It came on, and they said yes, it's in, but no, you can't pick it up. And the store manager came over and told me, he said, "I'd like to be able to give this to you, sir, but it would not bode well for us with the parent company."
Was the Mini 2 the drone? You were the gentleman on your show where he picked it up about a week early in Best Buy, but he couldn't fly it because he couldn't get it.
The app wasn't updated.
He just bought about a week before.
Yeah, he had a $400 brick. I mean,
unlike that guy in the UK that got the Mini 3 Pro before any of the rest of us.
Oh, our buddy Darren.
Yeah.
What's Darren's channel's name?
Yeah, DK something, or I don't know.
But his flew though.
He did. His flew.
That was pretty amazing how that happened.
Yeah, which tells you he had some kind of insider thing going on there. Yeah.
And he'll never tell, huh?
He'll never tell.
He'll never tell. Guys, any closing thoughts here for tonight?
Well, I guess we're just doing an Air 3 watch. I think, Bill, we all kind of knew about the Air 3. We have some ideas of the specs and pricing, but what none of us had an idea of until this morning was that RCN2.
Yeah,
that really threw a kind of a monkey wrench in the whole equation here. And of course, we're built back with this dilemma where a lot of us, we don't need another controller. We just would like to buy the drone and hook it up with one of our smart type controllers or whatever. But if you want the drone on day one, you're going to have to get another controller, and maybe you'll want this new controller. Maybe it'll, like I said, it'll have the LCD, or it'll be some reason to go back to using your phone again, like the Stone Ages. Marcus's ever dimming iPhones or whatever back in the equation again. So anyhow, we got if it's not the 28th, it'll be somewhat in the next couple of weeks. So just kind of sit back, relax, watch the fun, and I'll throw it over to Marcus.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat, Ron. I'm not in a big hurry for the Air.
My Air 2S still flies great.
It's just an amazing piece of technology. But you know what? I'll look forward to it if it comes out. And like we've spoke about many times, what we do know is that DJI is going to throw us something that'll just blow our minds. Now, if it is, as our friend suggests, the Pocket 3, that'd make me kind of happy too.
Now that would get me excited.
Yeah, Ron and I have been talking about that Pocket 3 for some time. So, whatever's fair.
I just hope they hold the prices on these. I mean, I know we've had inflation, and I understand a small increase, but I don't want to see prices skyrocket.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see prices skyrocket, Ron. I really don't. I think it's going to be real reasonable. I think the entry level model's going to be right at 1,000 or maybe just a tad over, because that's a good price point for them for that drone. It fits them real well. Question of the day: what did you think of DJI Air 3 latest update in the June release? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, it's a great day to fly.